Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm not even clickbaiting you guys. I got this car for $75. I don't even know how this is possible. There are some issues with it. It shouldn't make that noise. It's missing part of the receiver box cover because this aftermarket fan had to plug into the receiver. And then I don't even know what's happened there. Like, look at that drive shaft. This side's fine. That side's just got this big long bit before it. Before we get into the fixing of it, there are some absolutely insane upgrades on this. It's got the aluminum caster blocks, road line shocks. For two of these, I believe it's $70, and we got a full set. It's got sway bars, got a center differential, got MIP drive shafts all around, $70 for two. We got a full set. We have an aluminum bearing carrier right there and a stock one. Freaking yeah. Let's start breaking this thing apart. So first off, I have a dog. This is my dog, Coco. I want to say hi. You want to say hi, Coco? She says hi. There we go. Okay, bye, Coco. All right, first off, we're going to take the back of the car off. They put a metal spur gear on here too, which is crazy. Pull all this off. Yeah. Not super awesome, but it's definitely usable. Oh my gosh. The differential cut broke. I'm like, there's supposed to be something that covers all the way up to there. Problem number one, we're gonna fix the diff. I have a spare differential. I'll just use this in the Slash for the time being, or maybe permanently, I don't know. Oh my gosh, the gear wasn't even on. That's crazy. But yeah, the teeth are very sharp on this, so that was definitely damaged from the wiggly spur gear. All right, into the garbage. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention this. That's aluminum too. That's crazy. That looks good now. All right, let's get to work over here. That is so bad. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this fan because the receiver box is no longer waterproof because of it. Bye-bye to the fan. I would rather have waterproofing. It's a little bit rough there. Yeah, we can work with that. That's not too bad. Next thing, I'm gonna unplug this wire from the receiver box because we don't need it anymore. There we go. Okay, bye-bye fan. Why is that just out? I'm gonna remove these screws and just clean it up some more while I'm at it. I'm gonna pull the servo out because this bit's covering the side. Next up, I'm going to open up this package. There's a sticky thing for the receiver box and the receiver box cover bit. Cool. Can't get it to line up properly, so I'm hoping that once I screw it in, it'll just pull it down. I'm gonna try to just squeeze it in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a relief. The worst part about that is I can't replace this anymore because then I'll have to get a new sticky piece. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I know what happened. They had these screws in there. I think they're too big. Yeah, they stretched the hole out, so I'm gonna have to use these screws instead. Wait, no, that doesn't work. All right, so I just made a decision, a little sad about it, but this receiver box case is broken. Where these screws go in, the plastic is stripped out. So that's a big bummer. So I don't think I'm gonna get a very good seal if I ever go in the water. I'm gonna use this receiver box case, but I have to waste that double-sided sticky tape inside there because I'm sure that's not really reusable. Okay, put this in there. Here we go, please stick. Let's go, it sticks, yes. All right, this is literally just gonna work now. There's not gonna be anything else difficult in this build. That was it. Around all this. This is always the hard part, just getting all the cables inside. Or it's really easy like that. All right, let's start putting this area back together now. I just realized if I put this metal spur gear inside here, the pinion will probably get destroyed because it's not the same hardness as this spur gear. So I've made mistakes like this before and blown through a billion pinions. I'm going to have to use the plastic diff that's in my rustler. Put this one back in there. All right, I just took the screws out of my rustler. So now I'm just gonna use this diff. Come out. There we go. All right, before I start putting everything back together, I'm gonna take the front of the car off and clean it along with the back of the car. I'm gonna take all 4 tires off, then go hose this stuff down. Okay, it looks like they used these super small nuts and it squashed the plastic around the axle. Now I can't get the wheel off. I'm gonna go figure this out off camera because I really don't think I'm gonna figure it out in the next couple minutes, so be right back. All right guys, this is my rad idea. I got 2 chairs and I'm gonna hammer a screwdriver onto the shaft. Hopefully the wheel will stay and the rest of the car falls. All right, let's literally see if it works. This is gonna be pretty hard. Yes! Oh yeah, there we go. Slide this right on in. There we go. No damage was caused to the car, and the tire is fine. All right, let's go wash the car off. All right, so here's the plan. I'm gonna spray just some simple green all over this stuff, and then just hose it down. All right, I'm just noticing how bad it is inside there. Like, that's absolutely filthy. Inside here, it's like orange. So what I think I'm gonna do is just take apart the front, scrub everything down, because that's absolutely filthy. First off, I think the bumper's gonna come off. Much easier to get to now. All right, I'm gonna take these shocks off and clean them up a bit. These shocks are good enough for me. I'm just gonna clean them up. I don't need to redo them. Okay, these bearings are really bad. I think I know what happened. The drive shaft is being pulled by the wheel nut and this is being pushed by the wheel and it destroys bearings. So it really is a great upgrade, but for some reason, every now and then you'll randomly have bearing trouble like this and then everything just decides to bully you. That's very bad because click, 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 click. Okay, I'm gonna reuse that one. That one seems to be good. Don't strip. Please don't strip. Why is that so tight? Oh my gosh. I just asked one of my good friends named Chat, if you've ever heard of him. He just said use WD-40. All right, I'll check back in a few minutes. All right, let's see if it worked. Yeah, that is still incredibly tight. The next idea that it gave me is to use a soldering iron. All right, let's try this. gosh. All right, put WD-40 on one more time. Yeah, it's not any closer. Well, I don't think there's any other way to do it. So I think we're gonna have to compromise. That's crazy. All right, we can start putting it back together. But man, I am still so bummed out that we couldn't get this nut off. First off, I need to replace a bearing on this side. Cool. Definitely looks good. I'll play with the shock ride height and all of that once we have the car together. I do think it was a little bit low from my memory. Drive shaft, big bearing, and the diff goes in. All right, we're just about done now, but I'm gonna mesh the gears. It's too loose. Why doesn't it want to go anymore? Oh no, the pinion's too small. Never had that issue before. Okay, well, for the time being, I'm just gonna use the pinion that was inside of my Rustler 4x4 and eventually just get a new one. Mesh the gears again. Just a bit too tight. That's a lot closer. That's perfect right there. Now for the final piece. This has a lot of fun parts to it, like what the heck is this? It has a hole before the drive shaft, and also it wobbles like crazy, so something died in there. It's just dirty. That's the main thing I'm saying. Let's get to work. I'm gonna do the shocks first. Get these shocks taken apart. These shocks have a lack of something called fluid. It's just all spring. Those look kind of yucky, not even gonna lie. If I can, easily, I'm gonna pull the O-rings out of this thing and put some green slime on it. That's probably why it didn't hold fluid. Yeah, that wasn't tight at all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use some 40 weight oil for the rear shocks. I just remembered I wanted to put the green slime on the O-rings and I just forgot until just now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this up and do these O-rings, and then once I'm done, pour that fluid into the shock. There's a lot of crud in there. Put some inside this hole. Hopefully that'll be enough because I don't really know how to get that out. Put it all over there. All right, I think that should probably be good. Go like this many. There we go. Only like half of it spilled out, but we don't talk about that. Me being resourceful, I don't have any place to put these, so I'm putting it in my Slash bumper right now. Same deal as last time. All right, it's been a few minutes and the shocks look about ready. There we go. I forgot to put a paper towel underneath here. I just let all that fluid drip everywhere. Paper towel's ready this time. Okay, here's the game plan. Take the bottom skid plate off, deep clean it, and then from that point, we take the differential out because we need to do some work on that. Oh my gosh, was there even any differential grease in there? That's the driest diff I've ever seen. That looks good now. Oh my gosh, like 90% dirt in there. It's actually so bad though. It's a little rough. Yeah, both these bearings are pretty bad. I can deal with that diff later, but I just have an extra diff that I'm gonna put in. Goes there. It goes there. Just because of my OCD, I'm gonna put the plastic one in here because I have an extra plastic one. So I know it's better, that my brain probably can't take the blue and then the plastic black for much longer. I don't think these have a left and right, they look the same. Okay, I'm gonna replace both because that's some different brand. Yeah, they both have bad bearings. This one's not as bad though. Lord, pray these screws come out. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was easy. That was one. Oh, that's missing parts. Actually, that one's not too bad. A little rough. Not too bad. Yeah, I only have 2 that'll work. So which of these was not lame? Okay. Okay, both of those are usable. Does look good, guys. Dang. Now for the wheels, I think that's the last piece, and then we're done. That's crazy. These were the best tires that I could find. They are a little bit worn down, but I can get new tires soon. I just went to plug it in off camera. These connectors don't go together. It has this little thing right here that stops it from going in. It says nickel metal only. That's pretty lame, so I can't plug my LiPo batteries into it. But there's good news. I think I have some spare connectors. I just need to pull these wires out. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, I need like a flat head or something to push into the back of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that pushed it in a little bit further. Let's try this wire. Man, that's not going in. Dang. I have to do the hammering thing all over again. Neither of them are pushing to the edge. They're so close. Dang. Alright, that's all we're getting. That's actually so lame though. I can't get it to go any further. So those brakes are very sensitive. Yeah, that's really sensitive. Yeah, the wheels. Okay, I think the receiver's broken on this thing. Whenever I put the brakes on, occasionally it'll just lock the wheels out. Yeah, like I didn't do full brakes there, I just locked the wheels. Whoa, that's weird. Okay, noticing a few things. It doesn't give instant power. It like eases into it. That's really strange. All right, currently learning stuff right now about this car. Okay, so the ESC is toast. I noticed this. I did a speed run off camera. I was in a conversation with somebody and the ESC started cutting out. So there you go. I'm gonna do a launch from next to me and it's gonna go like full throttle, cut out, full throttle. It's gonna go in like a feedback loop. I don't know if you heard that. I was like, woo, woo. Yeah, so I never let off the trigger. So the electronics are old. So that's a bummer, but still, the amount of stuff in this car is incredible. I can still get up to top speed. It's definitely squirrely for some reason though. Okay, full throttle. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's definitely fun though. Whoa. Yeah, it definitely cuts out a lot. Okay, that's pinned. There we go. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's because the tires are old or what, but it is not liking going in a straight line. All right, lunch. The AC is probably not completely toasted, but it's probably just going to die soon. Also, if you're wondering how I drive and film, I go like this. So it's all with my right hand. I steer with my pointer finger, trigger with my middle finger. Oh, oh. Something happened. Hopefully it won't catch fire. That'd be a great end to a restoration video if it just catches fire. So it drives now? I don't know. This car is still a mystery. This is my first time ever driving it, so first time seeing all this stuff. I really have no idea what's going on. But some of it could be receiver, some of it could be ESC. It would be nice if all of it's ESC. We're back home now. I've done a few things since you've seen the car last. I finally got the new tires for it. I changed out the motor mount to the blue one. I didn't like the orange one because it did not match anything. The electronics, I finally got some new ones that I'm gonna pop in here eventually. After that, the car should be good as new. So I'll give you some updates maybe on my YouTube shorts or whatever. All right, one final thing before I say goodbye. I went to a pretty cool concert with Charity Gale and Phil Wickham and a few other people. It's totally awesome. It's a Christian concert. I got this piece of merch there. It says, "This is our God." On the back of my shirt, it says, "King Jesus." It's always so fun, the compliments that I get when wearing these shirts. Everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, amen, brother." It's very cool. Listen to Phil Wickham and Charity Gale whenever you get a chance because their music, fire. I tell you what. All right, God bless you guys. Have a good day.